rain. If you
Farming in a
don't, yeah, if you guys
sandbox.
don't know who's sitting across the table from me, his unofficial name is a tall drink of water. Mason
Officially
Sheets.
Mason Sheets.
Officially Mason Sheets. I'm telling you. No, it's Mason's not new to the podcast. Mason's been here several times, and just the glow on his face. Many reasons. I'd say the main was it rained out west.
Did. We're back on track. Let's put it that way. We've at least got some hope to start.
Yeah.
So
Dude, I'm telling you, right now, I watch radar probably more for the guys out west than I do for myself because, man, when you got buddies that just they won't even raise a crop, they won't even like see it get a portion of the way through life, like it sucks,
right.
It sucks, and it's like you sitting here and I'm fighting rain and mud and everything else, which has its own problems, but man, it's I've lost crops to a drought, and I've lost crops to a flood. A drought's worse.
Yeah.
A drought's worse.
Yeah. What I hate about our droughts, which I don't really discriminate against a drought because everybody's in their own context are just terrible.
Yeah.
But what's just the pits is you put a crop out and it'll get to the point where it's going to try to make grain and it's out of gas and out of hope. And that's it.
You got a little bit of a plant out there and nothing on it.
It grows a plant halfway decent and then just zero grain. It just can't complete the second half of its life, which arguably is the most important part of the life in our world. So
you're in forest.
All right.
If you're in forest, just kick stuff. Gosh.
No rules.
Yeah, no rules. Anyway.
Yeah.
So it rained out west, and it's been amazing. All of a sudden, like boom, like y'all can farm again,
Mm-hmm.
And that was so encouraging.
Right.
That has been so encouraging. I hope Southwest gets rain now. I really do. We got a buddy down there that I'm telling you, it's like, come on. They got a couple of tents the other day.
He's living on the edge,
and he is just wound for sound.
Wow.
There's some people that are going to say a couple of tenths.
Yeah.
Like there's guys, a couple tenths, they're planting 6 hours later.
Oh yeah.
But out west, man, I mean, what can a crop do with a couple tenths? In a dry climate, you introduce that into it. Is it not that much? It's probably not that much.
I would say it's how dry are you? I mean, if you're dry where there's no hope, it's just no hope. But I mean, if you're on the edge, those little rains can kind of keep you going. But it's like everybody else. You need that big one to change the atmosphere, to give that crop a break during the day, not just trying to live at night, which at this point of the year, like there's not a lot going on except for the wheat. And I don't know, somehow wheat can just pull it out of the bag at the very last minute. So
guys are waiting to plant till there's water.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Our buddy, he sent me a Snapchat, pulled a, big rip ball of wheat out, and there's heads coming on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure when this podcast will drop, so we might be a little closer to wheat harvest now. But the top inch or so, maybe inch and a half, was wet, and under that was the dust just fell off.
Yep.
And that plant was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, golly.
Yeah, even just a little rain will perk it up. So our last rains that came through last week, I think it was Wednesday night, it came through and we got an inch. And I mean, we were like a week away from calling the insurance adjusters, like brown spots out in the wheat field. And you got there and there's this little brown plant that was hanging over, and now it's sticking straight up. Like it's ready to fight another day, and it was at the point in time where it had stopped vegetative growth, but like the heads were still coming, and they're setting flag leaves right now. And there's wheat fields like from the top of the table that are like this tall and a flag leaf coming out. So like you're talking a foot, maybe 18 inches.
Our wheat's super short this year.
I think it's just one of those years.
It's really odd. Now, I mean, the thing is we complain about big wheat falls over, but then the wheat's short, and we complain about short wheat.
Right. Well, and in our world anymore, wheat seems to be grown for the stubble. So really? So if you're missing, 50% of the stubble, like that hurts going into the next crop.
Now, is that being grown for ground cover after harvest or straw and forage and
Yeah.
things?
So I mean, it's a cash crop, but I mean the real value is harvesting the wheat, and then the following year, planting corn or milo into it, having
Sure.
that residue. So
It's
I mean,
setting you up for the next crop.
yes, yeah, it's
holding
kind of a
moisture and-
rotational effect.
Okay. Sure.
I mean, wheat prices aren't super stellar right now, and the latest rage is the carnivore diet. So honestly, the big thing a lot of people are doing right now is fencing off wheat and dumping cows out.
Guys, if you've liked the information that you've seen so far, go ahead and check out the full-length podcast on our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe there. It's also on all the major podcast platforms. We're constantly dropping info and more content on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Check it out for a lot more content.